Hey, Shawn Greeves here with 30 years of real estate tips. Number 17, rolling right along. What is 30 years of real estate tips? Well, I'm a real estate investor. I've done over 6,000 deals. Been doing real estate for 30 years. I've done over 300 houses of my own. I had 83 rental houses at one time. And I'm a hard money lender. My main business is hard money. I've done a lot of my own houses, rentals, everything, and made so much money I started lending it out. And that's a whole story. That's a whole story. You'll see that if you want to learn the whole story, get that book. I tell you my rags to riches story, broke to a multimillionaire, in that book on Amazon. It's only 20 bucks. You'll learn something from this. And even though it's not a real estate book, if you shake it hard enough, money's going to fall out. I guarantee you that. I'm a hard money lender. I do no qualifying, no credit check, no application, no income verification. I don't need to see how much money you have in the bank. I don't need to see an appraisal. I don't need any of that. Just bring me a good deal. I'll finance you 90%. If you have any questions about that, my phone number will be in this video above this video. And shoot me a message, text me. I like texting better than these direct message things. But contact me. I'll send you my terms. Hard money is for everybody, even with good credit. So it allows you to do more deals rather than tying up all your money in one deal for 8 or 9 months. It allows you to do more deals. Also, do smaller deals so you can get in and out of deals quicker. Because you have to be patient in this business. It's slow. It's slow because you don't get a weekly paycheck. Or every other week you don't get a paycheck. You get paid when you sell a house, okay? But luckily, you get a big check, okay, which makes up for not getting a weekly paycheck. Also, don't spend the money. When you make money in a house, don't spend it. Make it grow. Make it grow. It's like you're planting a field of corn, okay? You can start with one kernel, and it's going to grow in one stalk, and there's going to put one ear out, maybe sometimes 2 ears of corn. You know, there's a couple hundred kernels of corn. Well, if you eat that whole ear of corn, you got to start back at square one. But if you plant all those 200 kernels of corn, now you're going to have 200 plants producing 200 ears of corn with 200 kernels. So replant times 200 times 200. Before you know it, you're going to have so much corn you could feed a country. Okay, we'll all be eating Doritos, but you get what I'm saying. So you can't eat your profits right from the start. You have to replant and make it grow, and you have to be patient. Okay, you have to be patient. Okay, and you have to have a plan. You have to have a plan in this business. You know, it's like taking a road trip. You know where you want to end up, but you don't just get your car and drive somewhere. You know, which direction are you going? You got to know which direction you're going to go. So you have to have a plan. All right. Also, if you have too much money when you start in this business, a lot of times you're going to fail because you're going to get careless with the money. You almost have to operate like you have almost no money. See, I started with no money. I started on a shoestring. And I had to watch where I was spending my money. See, guys that have money, you get careless with it. And you end up losing the money. I know one guy, he spent so much money, he started with $100,000 and he blew it on trucks and overpaying labor. And he got too many houses and wasn't staying on top of everything. So almost having too much money almost is like a curse in this business. You know, if you don't have money to work with, you've got to watch what you're doing with your money. So this business is like a progression. Okay, if you don't have a lot of money, you probably want to start wholesaling so you can get some money. Okay, and get some specialized knowledge. You can Google. You could go to ChatGPT on how to be a wholesaler, how to find wholesale deals. You're going to find 100 different ways. You don't need to pay guys to take a training on how to find wholesale deals. There's tons of ways to find wholesale deals. ChatGPT it. Google it. Tons of things to do. But you got to follow up. You got to do it. You got to get out of the bleachers and you got to get out there on the field. Because nothing's going to happen until you make it happen. Nothing. Nothing's going to make it happen until you make it happen. And so you make some money wholesaling. You don't even need any money to be a wholesaler. You can tie up a property with a contract. You can flip the contract for cash. Okay, you can do a double closing. Okay, there's a whole course on that. Okay, then once you make some money, then you're going to buy a house and fix it up and sell it. Then you're going to make more money. You do that for a while. Okay, then you can sell to investors. You can sell to homeowners. Okay. So you're going to buy, fix, and sell after you wholesale. And then you're going to buy, fix, and keep the cherry pick the good ones for rentals, for residual income. And then cash it out. Those DSR loans or whatever they call them. So you can pull the cash out on your rentals. So you can build a rental portfolio so you can slow down and get residual income. I had 83 houses. I was making $42,000 a month in profit on my 83 houses. Could I slow down? Oh, I absolutely could have. Most people would have never sold those houses. I held them for 4 years, sold them all off in 4 months. So 83 houses in 4 months. How do you do that? That's an ancient Chinese secret. But I made $2.1 million in profit on those rental houses in a 4-year period. Most guys would never sell those rental houses. They just right off in the sunset with those houses making $40-something thousand a month and keep buying more houses. But I'm a little bit different. I like doing private money lending. So you got to be patient. Got to get your mindset right. You got to be persistent. You got to stay at it. You got to have a I will until attitude. I'm not going to quit because it's a worthy goal. That's all I have for you for now. I'm Shawn Greeves. I'll see you next time.